This transformation was absolutely incredible. You guys probably remember this house from about a week ago. We're standing in the brand new kitchen. Obviously dishwasher's going in there. We remodeled things to feature the layout that I had initially discussed with all of you. So it's taken them a little over a month to knock out everything here, which is absolutely incredible. And what that does for us, like when we bought this property, we got a hard money loan on it, so our holding costs are fairly expensive. So what I wanna bring up in this video is how we determine like what to pay on labor when it comes to how many workers are at the property, how quick will they get it done, and ultimately how fast can we turn this property over. So all things considered on this particular deal, I think we are gonna come out extremely well. We picked it up for $77,000, probably have a little over 40 into it, probably 41, 42 by the time the plumber's done, by the time the electrician's done. And I am hoping that we can list it for right around 160, 170. We're on probably the busiest street in Oshkosh. That by no means helps us, but it turned out really well, as you can see in the video. Obviously the doorways are a little bit short up here, but I think like for 160, 170 grand in Oshkosh, you can't really find anything. You definitely cannot find a fully remodeled house with your electrical, plumbing, windows, roof, furnace, central air. There's so many positive components to this that will hopefully help void the negative of being on a busier road. And that's one of the reasons that we underwrite things so conservatively when we buy. And just by underwriting the budget on the more conservative side upon purchasing it, what it allows you to do is if you miss something on your initial walkthrough, or there's more work than you anticipated, or the labor bill's higher than you anticipated, you can still come out ahead. You don't have to be worrying about 1,000 here or 2,000 there. There was a bunch of electrical items that I had missed, and even on the plumbing side of things, all the plumbing when we bought this house was completely shot. Every single piece of plumbing was cracked, it was split, so we literally had to replumb the entire house. We are in that other house we picked up in Oshkosh, and it reeks like dog piss. So the question is, what do you do about that? Like, obviously you have to pull up the floor, you have to pull up the carpet pad, anything glued down to it, you scrape it clean, and then what we do, and this will definitely get rid of the smell, so by all means implement this in your business, but you have to go to Lowe's or Home Depot. You must buy the red KILLZ container, and you are just going to paint the entire subfloor to get rid of this horrendous smell. And what the KILLZ is going to do is it's going to basically encapsulate the terrible odor, and it will not stink again, no matter if there is going to be humidity in the air, kind of like what it is today, or if people just start living in here over time. So we will paint the subfloor, we'll make sure it's all cleaned up, then we're gonna throw some vinyl plank over the top of it, and it should be a like new product. And another pro tip for you guys is if you are buying material for an entire job, you need to label everything. Don't make the assumption that the contractors know what this paint's for or that's paint is for. Go to the house, label every single 1 gallon or 5 gallon pail so they know exactly where the paint is going to be used and what it should be used for. This will ultimately take the guessing game out of things. It'll be very straightforward, and then if it ever comes down to it and it's your word versus theirs when it comes to labor payments, you can show the proof that, hey, everything was labeled, it was labeled properly, you guys put it in the incorrect area. But I am sitting on, like, we have so many gallons of paint here. We have, let's see, what is this? Like 30 some gallons of paint, interior, exterior paint. I accidentally knocked over this flooring yesterday. Not my brightest of moves. So it's going to have to be moved regardless once the guys get in here. But they have so far gutted things, and it's the same crew of guys who did that project that I just showed you. They are coming over here. Hopefully they'll knock this one out in a week's time, and we'll have this baby back on the market like I had mentioned in previous videos, like right around mid-May timeframe. And I just had another conversation with a seller on a property. We bought a property in the past from them, and I went through another one of his houses yesterday, and we just struck a deal on the place. So that's a win. We budgeted quite a bit for the remodel, but I think that should be able to do it for us. It's honestly, the house was built in 2019, so it's like new. I don't know how we're getting all these new construction places, but hopefully you can tell in the photos that I took that it shouldn't be too terrible of a project. We're gonna have to use higher end material. We're gonna have to get material ordered. But I think if it's done properly, it should fetch like $450, $465 on the open market, especially in the neighborhood that it's in. But that is kind of it for right now. We're going to play golf later this afternoon. We actually have some decent weather here in Wisconsin. It is 70s today. Let's make the most of it. Hopefully we'll hit the ball straight. We'll probably throw in some clips of that and see how it goes. We're out here on the golf course, Oshkosh Country Club. First time. It's pretty sick. Katie's enjoying it. Golfing pretty well.
So far I'm beating him. 2 holes in.
We're not going to talk about that right now. It is what it is. We're on hole 3. Farthest drive contest of year 1.
Katie's winning, no?
Doesn't matter. It's all about my head.
Bounced out of the bunker.
You're on hole number 4 or 5? 4?
Tied.
Tied, bud. I'm playing really well. Hit a rescue shot from the trees. We're making it happen. Slowly but surely.
Don't videotape me.
Okay.
Just about got a hole in 1 here. Hopefully I can tap it.
You saw the golf game, you saw the properties, the progress that we are making, and this video was pretty much all over the place. The wind noise in the golf video was terrible, so obviously I went over it with a little bit more music, audio, but that's pretty much going to conclude this video. If you guys have questions, if you ever need help with Google ads or Facebook ads or anything like that, drop a comment down below or send me an email, carter@carterppc.com. Otherwise, peace. Appreciate you watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video.